Hello and welcome to Trending News and Atlantic TV, a platform where we give you the latest in trending news, sports, business and entertainment. I'll be right back after this short break to give you the news and details. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. On to our first trending news for the day. Nobody can zone PDP presidential ticket, says Lamido. Nobody can zone the 2023 People's Democratic Party PDP presidential ticket based on ethnicity and tribal politics, former Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido said yesterday. According to the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, the party's standard bearer will be picked based on credibility and popularity. Lamido, who spoke in his Bamina Jigawa hometown where he received Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwal, Lamido said it is painful and disturbing for any reasonable and patriotic Nigerian who is concerned with the country's unity and progress to advocate for a tribal, religious or regional politics to produce Nigeria leader. Moving on to our next story, Nigeria UAE lifts travel restrictions. The federal government of Nigeria and the government of the United Arab Emirates UAE have agreed to lift travel restrictions between the two countries. This was disclosed yesterday by the Director General of Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority NCAA, Captain Musa Nuhu. Following the review and acceptance of the Safety Decision 2021-02 Issue 24 as released by the United Arab Emirates UAE General Civil Aviation Authority GCAA by the federal government, the Minister of Aviation, Senator Hadi Serika, approved the restatement of Emirates Airline winter schedule with immediate effect, and all parties have been informed accordingly. FG set to launch integrated energy planning tool in collaboration with Sustainable Energy for All today. According to a press statement signed by the SE for All Director of Communications, Sherry Kennedy, the launch, which will be performed by Vice President Yemi Oshibajo, will be held with the support from the Global Energy Alliance for People and Planet and the Rockefeller Foundation. The new data-driven interactive platform, according to the statement, says it will support the country's ambition of achieving SDG 7 universal access by 2030. On to our next story. Abdulsalami Abubakar cries over Nigeria in war, issues running ahead of 2023 elections. General Abdulsalami Abubakar, former head of state, has noted that Nigeria is at war and is facing hard times. The former military head stated this at the 30th convocation of the Federal University of Technology, FUT-MINA, in the Niger State capital on Wednesday. Abubakar pointed out that the country's security forces are overstretched, calling on all Nigerians to join hands in making sure that information is provided to them where possible. On to our next story, 2023. Nigeria will hear from Igbos if denied presidency, SPSC boss says. Former chairman of Police Service Commission, Simon Okeke, yesterday said Igbo would react in various ways if the Southeast is denied the 2023 presidential slot. Okeke, who spoke in Onitsha during a presentation of a book, said the exclusion of the Igbos in governance of Nigeria was the root cause of so many issues. He therefore requested any political party that wishes Nigeria well should zone its presidential slot to the Southeast to reassure the people that they are truly part of Nigeria. APC Bayelsa chapter raises alarm. Aggrieved members of the All Progressive Congress APC in Bayelsa have raised an alarm over an alleged plot by the People's Democratic Party to use the unresolved crisis in some states, particularly Bayelsa State, to scuttle the February 26th National Convention of the party. The members, in a letter sent to the Yobe State Governor and National Caretaker Committee Chairman Buni, said the party leaders in the state have refused to convey a meeting as recommended by the Reconciliation Committee. Moving on to our next story, U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, launched $25 million to learn activities in Borno and Yobe State. According to a statement yesterday, this was to ensure that out-of-school children and youth in northeast Nigeria are able to gain fundamental literacy, numeracy, and social and emotional learning skill. The skill will enable children and youth affected by crisis and conflict to progress to a higher level of education, training, or engagement in the workforce. Moving away into the entertainment scene, Nigerians react as Obi Kubana begin road construction in Oba community. Popular socialite and businessman Obi Webo, aka Obi Kubana, commences the construction of roads in his community. an unprecedented feat that triggered mixed reactions. According to reports, one of the roads, Afua Oba Old Road, is already under construction, with many indigents of the community praising his gestures across the state, while many are left wondering the size of his wealth. Moving on to news happening around Africa, we move to Sudan. Sudan protesters block road to Egypt for 9th day. Ongoing closure of the highway connecting Sudan to Egypt by the Sudanese Resistance Committee of the North has entered its 9th day. Sudanese protesters in the northern state have erected several barricades along the road connecting the two countries and have disrupted the movement of Egyptian-owned vehicles returning to Egypt with Sudanese livestock or goods. Protesters, who are mostly farmers, closed the road initially because the government raised the cost of electricity and forced the government to make a U-turn. The protest eventually morphed into a wider rejection of the coup and opposition to the military and its regional allies, which include Egypt. On to business news. Forex turnover rises 152% to 2.16 billion in January. The volume of dollar traded overturned in the investor and exporters I&E window of the foreign exchange market rose sharply by 152%. Analysis of weekly turnover in the window of January 2022 showed that 337.65 million was traded in the first week of January. Analysis of data from black market traders showed that exchange rate fell to 570 naira per dollar on January 31st from 575 naira per dollar on January 1st, 2022. However, analysts in the financial sector of the economy have projected further currency adjustment in 2022 due to external imbalances and tempered inflow. AFCON 2021 update. Senegal is through to their third African Cup of Nations final as they overcome Burkina Faso. In an eventful game which saw VAR chalk off to Senegal's penalty and Burkina Faso's goalkeeper Kofi injured during the first half of the game, Senegal, the highest ranked side in Africa and the 20th in FIFA's global list, defeated Burkina Faso by 3-1. Senegal will now face either Egypt or Cameroon in Sunday's final. Moving away from sports to health news, daily COVID-19 tracker. 159 new confirmed cases with no death have been recorded in Nigeria so far. Nigeria currently has a total confirmed case of 253,346, with a total number of 20,560 active cases, bringing the total discharged cases to 229,650, and the total death rate stands at about 3,136. Please ensure to wear your face mask, wash your hands regularly, and avoid overcrowded places. You can please do well to follow us on all our social media handles now displayed at the bottom of your screen. Until we come your way again next time, do stay safe.